For a Charlotte Postal worker is accused of stealing hundreds of checks from the mail, adding up to nearly $2 million.
Yeah, the Department of Justice releasing those details today in a federal indictment. The indictment says Dontavius Truesdale was a processing clerk at the Ballantyne post office from November of 2022 to April 23. He's accused of stealing more than 200 checks and selling them to co-conspirators.
Officials said those people would then deposit the checks and withdraw the cash before the banks detected the fraud. The total value of all of the checks added up to more than $1.9 million. If Truesdale is convicted, he could face up to 30 years in prison for conspiracy to commit bank fraud.